That time, the reuse, recycle, and reject was not very much rampant.
Good evening, everyone. This is Vijay Lakshmi from Saccharine Foods. We are here to uh, host a talk show with Ms. Usha Iyer, who is an educationist. So let us welcome her. Welcome, ma'am. So I welcome all of you to this session of When India. We wish everyone a very happy Navratri. Today is the third day of Dasara, which is dedicated to goddess Chandra Ghanta. She is a fierce goddess with 10 arms and a crescent moon on her brows with a will to win over all evil. Before we get started, I would like to remind all of you that When India Awards has been scheduled on 19th November. Please go to the comment section for the link and register yourself. Thank you. Hello, Shamam.
Hi,
Yeah, hi. Welcome to the Nari Shakti talk show. How are you today?
I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah, you're
Thank you,
looking
Vijay
beautiful,
Lakshmi.
ma'am.
Thank you.
You're looking beautiful too.
Thank you.
Yeah, so friends, to talk about Usha ma'am, I don't think this session is enough because she has achieved a lot of things. But with the time constraint, I'll try my best to define her. So, Miss Usha Iyer has worked as an educator for over 37 years. She has headed India International School for a tenure of 10 years, which now ranks among the top residential schools in the country. Having a rich academic experience spanning over 2 decades, her dynamic leadership has helped a lot of CBSE, ICSE, and IGCSE schools as a consultant across the country to incorporate a healthy teaching learning environment. She is the founder director of the Bangalore School established in 2012. Its unique curriculum and philosophy makes it as one of the premium preschools in Bangalore. With the vision of creating a zero energy, zero waste, and zero carbon school, she embarked on the journey of creating a green school on par with UNESCO 2030 goals. Also, currently heads as the founder director for the elementary school under the name the Green School Bangalore in heart of Whitefield, which is structured completely around the green school ideology and caters to K-12 education. uh, to talk about her achievements and awards. As I said, it's one. This session is not enough, but I'll try my best to complete everything. So, Planet for her award received from Green School Conference 2021 for achieving environmental integrity with gender equality. Most Compassionate Leader 2022 by Brainstorm International. Outstanding Educational Leader 2021 by DK Education. Visited 8 Canadian universities in 2011, which has brought in ideas and practices that have enriched the institution profoundly. Bestowed Vikas Ratna Shiromani Award in the year 2004 for her contribution to the field of education. Felicitated by the Garden City College as the Woman Entrepreneur in the year 2010, she has received leadership awards from Education Today and Devang Mehta for her educational brands. She was recognized by the ICSE Council at Delhi and was chosen to be an inspector for affiliating ICSE schools in 2012. She has been felicitated twice from the British Council. Ma'am, um, I have uh, I have no words. You have achieved so much. Uh, Let us continue. Like I would like to know from you, uh, like when I say the Green School Bangalore, I believe the word green holds a weight. Can you share some insights on this?
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Vijay Lakshmi, first of all, inviting me on this platform. When India is very close to my heart, and Vandita and Sejal are doing wonderful job there, whom I know. Of course, I don't know the entire team, but I think you guys are doing a great job, and I must congratulate you for this. Yes. So this has been a green journey for me, and this was planned much before. Like from 2012, I've been dreaming of a K-12 school, and which is on lines of Bali, Indonesia types, which is just not green because the name green, and just not because we're going to have a forest education with a lot of trees around and stuff like this. We wanted to actually mentor the kids and wanted to create green ambassadors. And how do we do that? Is it should reflect in our curriculum, it should reflect in our infrastructure, and it should reflect in our teaching methodology as well as the faculty. So that was the entire idea. So our methodology is totally different as we are progressive school. And also the eco farm, which is there, and where children learn all about like financial economics and about agroeconomics and all that stuff, because sustainability is the thing which we are looking at. Because if we are looking at a sustainable goals to achieve the SDG goals, and green school is the one which is going to achieve, if not 17, probably about say 10 goals. And we already achieved about 4 SDG goals, which is a great credit to the school head as well as the team who are working day and night for creating that. And the vision of the school itself, if you see that, we are benchmarking ourselves with top notch sustainable schools across the world. And we are trying to create green ambassadors, means these children are going to take care of the planet and keep it clean and green. And that could be done only if you have a school like this, where it will be a zero energy school. And if you come and see our school, it's a complete zero energy, zero carbon, and zero waste school. And that could be again seen how we have created the zero waste and zero energy. If you see our buses, we don't have petrol, it's a CNG buses. So there are many, many things like that, right from the furniture to the buses, to the kind of the environment, to the classroom, the complete setup. It's the kind of it reflects the green curriculum reflects across. So that is what I'm saying, that so that makes a difference, like how the children are growing in this environment, and when they are going to come out of it, probably they'll contribute greater to this to the earth and the planet. If we don't take care of the planet tomorrow, we'll have many more pandemics in store for us, many more earthquakes and many more things, because earth retaliates if we don't
True.
take care of the earth will definitely retaliate. So probably we might be 1% or maybe a drop in the ocean, but we're trying to create change makers, and design thinking is our main curriculum. So definitely we'll make a change in the society with this handful of 300 children right now. So probably in the long run, maybe say about 1,000 or not. They might not be the greater numbers, but definitely they will make a great change in the society. That's what we are looking forward to.
So I can see that you are emphasizing on conscious effort on building a green planet. So that's really great, ma'am. And I would like to know your journey from being a teacher in Dehradun to building, a sustainable school. So can you please discuss a little bit on that?
Yeah, I give the total credit to my teachers who have mentored me there, and I had role models. Just like the way Indira Gandhi was my role model, my principal was my role model, Mrs. Khanna, and the way she used to show the leadership quality, and I definitely wanted to get into her shoes, and that was just the start. That's the beginning of being a teacher. But even when I was a teacher there, I always used to think that, can I teach differently? Can I not teach only through the blackboard? Can I reuse things and do it? That time the reuse, recycle, and reject was not very much rampant. I mean, we talk about environmental sustainability now, but I was in a place where it was totally green place. I was in a valley, and all around us there was greenery. And so I was just used to think that, why can't we use certain things as learning counters? Because unfortunately, being an English teacher, I was given math to handle. And math, I used to use learning counters. I used to use different kinds of sustainable things from my garden and from my environment and stuff like this. But then I started thinking on those things, like, can they weave a basket? Can they do this? And the blades of grass and stuff like this. We've done a plenty of things like that, but never thought on the lines of reuse, recycle. But then a lot of people had started doing that. Like, recycling the bottles and started making pavered blocks there and stuff like this. So there was things which was like a lot of changes were coming in the environment where they were trying to protect the environment. And that's a time when there was a dam which was getting done on the Narmada river, where there was a big Narmada andolan was going on, and a lot of things was happening in Dehradun itself for saving the the greenery. And then the Masuri also was talking about the same thing. So from there, I think that I was getting into this almost like how to grow more trees and stuff like that. But when I came to Bangalore, I found that Bangalore is very much similar in environment and sustainability and stuff like this, but not many of them were thinking on that model of doing schools like this. So when I came here, I took up a challenge. I started an international school for someone. So I did on a Gurukul Shishya Parampara kind of a thing, wherein I got a lot of coconut trees was already existing on his land. And so I tried to create more of khaprel kind of a thing on top, something like a something like those kind of bricks I was using on top of the for the flooring and stuff like this. Not flooring, I'm talking about the roofing and all that stuff. So there were a lot of things which I was trying to create a rustic look. So there itself, a lot of ideas started coming into mind in 2004. And that's when I got that innovative award, which you were telling me that about, making a difference. That award actually boosted me because I went to Mumbai to collect that award. They were saying that I hardly got into the schooling system, that I within 2 years they gave an award. Then I told them, I said, I'm not doing for this award and rewards. I'm doing something which is closer to my heart. And I think that made a lot of sense. It was a 6 acre campus. And I did a lot of things, water bodies I created. And I wanted to create a little sustainable, like, thing around, like, for example, the ducks and, getting the reviving those species back in the water bodies and stuff like this. So a lot of things I did that. So when I did that, it gave me a kind of a boost and saying, well, I can get little rabbits and, also tell children how to take care of these kind of pets at home and stuff like this. So we had lot of those stuff, not only animals and giving them the empathy. So the curriculum itself was a sea of change happened in the curriculum. It was not the run of the mill curriculum what we were doing. So there was a lot of empathy. We got a lot of giving back to the community. These kind of things came into the picture in the curriculum way back in 2004, when people were not thinking about curriculum like this. The straight jacket curriculum is what people were doing, like rote memorization was happening those days. So that itself was a big change happening. And then slowly, also had ideologies. I had my ideas. It was not matching with the place where I was working. So I always thought that I should be doing something on my own. I should become an entrepreneur. Then I met a gentleman from the ICC board. I must thank him here on this platform. He says, only fools work for others, and the wise people, they work for themselves. And I was thinking, why is he saying that? Whereas you are so used to getting a salary at the end of the month that you don't feel like, okay, if I become an entrepreneur, what do I do? That I won't be able to get so much of money to sustain. That's the first question which comes on any woman's mind, or anybody's mind for that matter, when they start something on their own or venturing out. But then, slowly and steadily, I wanted to do something on my own, and started in 2012. I started a small preschool because my husband said, anything which you do, don't start thinking on a big scale. You have to do in a smaller scale, and then, probably you can, make it into a bigger venture. Then I happened to visit Bali, Indonesia, and I saw that green thing. And especially what attracted me more is the children, getting involved in everything. Children will be there. They'll be taking the parents who come, the visitors to dining block. They'll be taking responsibilities and serving, and they have an eco farm there, and they grow vegetables, and they will take it to the dining block, and give it to the cooks. They'll make the menus and stuff like this. And even when Japanese schools and all, when I heard about it, and I'm also having a lot of collaborations in 2012 across the globe. I saw Japanese schools were doing the similar way, and India is known for its culture. India is known for its namaste. India is known for its the roots, the Vedic roots. So I thought, why not we create a kind of an ambience for children, wherein we create a culture, we create our values, and we also create a sustainable school wherein children will learn such things, and they will also grow vegetables in the garden, and whatever is excess, they will start selling it, and probably that will also be another kind of sustainability. because it will talk about another kind of sustain, because you're also going to reach out to the community and you're trying to sell those products, and then they will know that, okay, if I make money, then next what? Then not, I thought that we can adopt the community schools and we can donate these funds and we can also uplift those schools. So this is what actually we are doing. The dream is slowly coming true, and but I'm very blessed to have Manju Chakravarti, my school head, and my team of teachers who actually breathe sustainability. It is not just that you do a green school, but there should be team to breathe that, right? And that is what's happening. With breathe sustainability, sustainable goals can be achieved. Otherwise, it's difficult to achieve that, you know. So,
Yeah.
so far, so good. It has been a long journey, but Vijayalakshmi, it's been a great journey. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure the way you explained, I can see that again, you're trying to tell us that when we are connected with the nature, nature itself teaches us a lot of lessons, right?
absolutely.
So, I would like to know something with respect to Nari Shakti. How do you resonate with, Nari Shakti, and how do you connect Nari Shakti and Navratri together?
Yeah, Navratri Nari Shakti and the empowerment is great. But let me tell you one thing: when they say that women needs to be empowered, I don't believe that. Women are already empowered, and who are the people to give up powers to become empowered? That's a big question mark, right? I think that if women know that they have the talent and they need to explore it, they need to just come out of their shells and do it. I mean, who's stopping them from doing it? And probably I was blessed to have a family support. I was blessed to have a husband who could say, do whatever you want. But I don't think so that men are empowered or the family is empowered to give empowerment to women to do what they want. I mean, that is how the whole system of India is. And I think it's changing, and I'm very glad that's changing. That we don't have to take a kind of instruction to somebody and saying, can I do this? I think we have this, the talent inside this. We should express it, and we should know how to convince other people and saying, "Don't worry, I can take care of this as well as this." But why only women? They have to balance everything. Why not the men also balancing themselves and trying to help the women around there? And that is all because we are not letting our powers be in our hands. And that's where people call us as, "Oh, are you a liberal woman? You're talking about standing on your own feet. You don't want to listen to instructions of mother-in-law and your husband, and you want to do something on your own." And that's again a very wrong way of looking at it. I think even mother-in-law is also a woman, and even a mother is a woman, and then the daughter-in-law is also a woman. Woman actually plays a lot of roles. Yes, she's a mother, she's a mother-in-law, she's a daughter-in-law, she's a wife. All that stuff I know. But I think when that is why I call this Nari Shakti, or this 10 hands which Durga has, which shows that that is how we have so many hands. We are multitasking every day. We take care of our children, we take care of our education. We have already got ourselves upgraded, educated. We also do a lot of stuff if you're working, and plus we're also taking care of our family and extended families. We're doing all that stuff, right? So I think that that's a great connection between Ma Durga and the kind of the Shakti what we have. And I always used to tell my husband himself, I said women have the more power than men, because they have this, I don't know, the God has endowed us with so much of Shakti, so much of power that we are able to do it. And it's not that men can't do it, but they're very focused on one thing. And that is where that I think women stand out in everything. So I think slowly the whole scenario is going to change, wherein the women are going to come out and achieve many more things. It's already happening. I can see more entrepreneurs coming out, more people understanding their own power and their own Shaktis. So I think that if they understand that they can do wonders, wonders can happen. And they say, no, one village, one thing, one village, one thing. I mean, one change can change the entire nation, kind of a thing. So this will happen. One woman, one community of women, one group of women, and one whole nation of women can change the entire world. So that will happen. And it's already happening. So I think kudos to the women clan. And I'm happy I'm born as a woman. Yes.
Yeah, so I can see, like, I this reminds me of my aunt telling me that if a woman of the family is happy, the entire family will be
Absolutely.
happy, and the society will be happy. In turn, it leads to nation being very powerful. So
Absolutely. But I don't
uh,
believe in this, Vijayalakshmi, when they say that women are the homemakers and they only, will make the home or break the home. No. If women is married to a man, for example, man and women are equally responsible. And I think that this gender thing is going to break, and we should break it. The norm has to
Yeah.
break that. People are still very gender biased. If a child is born in a family, they'll say, who is this? It's a man, it's a boy or a girl. I mean, that trend is still there in many of the
Yeah.
villages and many of the places. I think we need to change that. Women, if
Yeah.
they call them and they worship a goddess, where there is a goddess, where will the goddess be worshipped if you're going to kill children who are like female children?
Right.
Feticide. I mean, that
Right.
is where I'm thinking that on one hand you worship a goddess and saying Ma Durga, Ma Shakti, everything is Ma, and Vaishno Devi is also a Mata, and their other side you're not respecting women and you're you're not giving them the respect.
Right.
I think that change has to happen, and that has to happen from our villages.
Yeah. So this takes us to the next question. What is and how did you drive your mission and vision statement?
See, our vision is very clear. We are benchmarking ourselves with globally across, and we want to, take our green mission, the vision what we have across, and making the green ambassadors down the line. The vision, whatever we have, the mission statement is very clear on that. We have certain core values where we are making resilient kids, we're making responsible kids, we're taking them into a kind of thing where they know how to respect the environment and respect the people around, and cultures and values we are instilling in them. So we are doing the right things with all the four R's: the responsibility, the resilience, the kind of respect towards the environment and stuff like this. So this is the way that to do that, and to create the kind of green ambassadors. So I think we are going on the right track, is what I feel. Because, and then to measure our move and to measure our mission and the vision statement, when we get the rewards from the United Nations, when we just now on 24th we got a reward from the United Nations, and they said that you are a member of the green member body of America, and there we are trying. They're giving us a kind of a membership, and of course they also gave us a kind of platform where we could come and receive a award being a green school, and that's where we are trying to benchmark globally, as I said, and that's already happening. And when they're trying to felicitate us globally across, and even Arctech said that you are a sustainable school and achieved so many goals, and they're trying to felicitate us. So we know that at every level that we are trying to, take a feedback and saying, are we in the right track, kind of a thing. So that is very important. Taking a feedback and always cross checking whether we're in the right track. That's very important when you're doing a mission and the vision statement. But what we're trying to do is, right now we're trying to take the mission and the vision right up to the grassroots level. So right from our kindergarten children to the grades 8 kids, they are actually breathing the green curriculum. And that is where, like, we are making ourselves a different school. We're not just doing an ICC school or a state board school or something, but we're doing a green curriculum. And green curriculum itself states about wherein we can bring the sea into the classroom, or we can bring the mountains into the classroom. And that's where the children are going to visualize. We're talking about the VR and the virtual reality and the artificial intelligence, and also about the augmented reality. So we can do a lot of stuff wherein we can bring the entire world inside the classroom. So there will be a major, major difference of these kids when they go into society and saying, carrying our mission and vision, they will definitely make a difference in society. Because
Yeah.
kind of jobs which is going to be available and the 10 years down the line will not be the same jobs what we are doing right now. And there'll be a
Right.
lot of jobs in the related to environment or machine learning or coding or kind of thing. And my children are getting prepared for it anyways. Yeah.
Right. That's fantastic, ma'am. So, you are in a way, teaching kids that nature has to be part of your soul, and you should see nature in everything. Like, there has to be that conscious effort. That is something, it has to be ingrained in children at a very small age. That
Very
is
small.
something. That is something fantastic. And like every esteemed institute, how does your core philosophies enable you to be a mill of a run school?
Yeah, we are not an run-of-the-mill school, as I told you. We're a progressive school. I'll give you an example. When we are teaching about saying shadows, or we're talking about time, and I don't know whether you know this, that if you go back into Vedas and Vedic times, they never used to teach straight. Never used to teach through textbooks. They used to take them into the forest, take them in outdoors, and probably making them learn by doing. And that's precisely what we do. Our children are making sundials, and then they
Oh,
learn how the shadows are falling and probably learning time and stuff like that that way. It's all project based approach. So when they do that, and that actually we stand by a philosophy like we use recycle, reuse, and reject. In all our way of doing it, you can find that is getting reflected. And even when we are trying to do a community outreach program, we are trying to tell them, why don't you use these papers, which is recycled papers, instead of ordinary papers? Don't cut down the trees. And similarly, we take a lake restriction program under social impact project, which my children are doing it, in fact. And it's actually blessing because when the whole place was flooded, and these people in our school had created a trench right next to our back gate, and the water never came inside our campus, whereas we have got the lake right outside my campus. We have a lake, and everywhere there was flooding, there was no flooding inside. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of things which we can do, and the philosophies of ours could be reflecting right from our. If you walk into my school, you could see the philosophy reflecting in the walls, philosophy reflecting in the way we talk, way we take you around, and when you see, and the natural light coming in and natural air coming in, and the way the children are standing out and they talking to you, everything, there's a philosophy is reflecting in everything, and that's important. So we are trying to make it as paperless as possible. We might trying to make it everything electronic, so that paper wastage, paper usage, whatever we talk, we should be doing that. We say walk the talk, so that is important. So that is the only way that we can bring our philosophy down into the school and to the community, and amongst the parents, and probably they will be talking amongst their friends, and we can make the change happen, and we can see the change happening. Yeah.
that's fantastic, ma'am. So you're saying that contribution has to be there from everybody, like from the
Yes.
parent, from the child, as well as from
Yes.
the staffs of the school.
Absolutely. We cannot just
That's
make a change happen, right?
right, right. That is fantastic. Collective effort always
Yeah.
gives good results.
That's why we
So
always give gifts like plants to them,
that
so that they
is
can
that
grow
is
more
fantastic.
plants. So, because, and they should also know which plants give more oxygen. So my children know
Right,
about
right.
it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That is something. It is the need of the hour, so that is something fantastic. So, a school environment is derived from its stakeholders. So, how does each one play a role in the smooth functioning of the school?
Yes, because see, as far as we are concerned, we have got our teachers. They are the main stakeholders along with the children. Of course, management. I am totally involved. In this because my vision and mission is being carried by my school head. I can call her as a part of the management itself. And so the fourth stakeholder, that's the parents. Their role is very major, and I'm very happy that they're partnering with us in every step. They partner with us, so we cannot do, the schools cannot sustain if there's no partnership happening with parents and with teachers. And they are the main, we can say, pillars of the school. And so what we do is, whatever our mission and vision is, we always express it to our parents. Our parents actually reach out to us if they want to, create something. So everybody together make the change. For example, we were supposed to be a Microsoft showcase school. And at the time when it's pandemic, like for us, it was not a big deal, to switch over from the offline to the online mode, because anyway we were using a lot of computers. But totally going on a Microsoft platform, wherein if we are going to be Microsoft showcase school, it cannot happen only with the children and with the school head on with us. The parents have to be also very receptive, and I'm very happy with my parent clan because they support us in every step, and that's how we have built it up with the kind of relationship. And furthermore, you can see that parents are going to be walking in and walking out with everything and whatever events we'll be doing, so that the school grows. And I'm sure about it, one happy parents brings about 10 happy parents, and that's the whole community will be a happy community. And that's very important to create this kind of a gamut of things around us, to have a smooth transition and a smooth this thing, because not everybody will stand up for a progressive school and understand how we do it, because they're used to the textbook effect, they're used to that teaching, straight teaching, and the rote memorization, the blackboard methodology. So probably the teachers have given them the kind of glimpse into the the way they teach and how the children and the output, they can see the how the children are growing. So that itself is creating the kind of effect in the parents' mind and saying, I think I have chosen the right school for my kids, and I will support the school as much as possible. So we are looking forward. We are coming up with one Mela kind of a thing wherein our parents will also pitch in and they'll do up stalls. And we're also looking at fundraising events with parents. There are a lot of things which you're looking at parents. So they're the major stakeholders, in fact. Yeah.
That is something that is something amazing, ma'am. So let us I mean we now I want to understand your views on a successful school. What is the mantra for a successful school?
See, the success and failure, I never think of. I think the only thing which should be playing in your mind is passion. Because, see, I can see for me, for you, a success can be taking care of your husband, taking care of your children, and having a satisfied life. For me, I might say I'm benchmarking myself, okay, looking at in another 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line, how the school has to be, how the school will grow and stuff like this. But let me tell you honestly, one thing for people who want to get into business or they want to be successful in their lives, they have to be chasing their dreams, one, and the dreams have to be such that it should not let you sleep, second, and third one is that you should be passionate about your work, and that should reflect in the place where you are working. And these three things combined together will make you successful in life. See, it's not a question of how the you cannot mark your success by looking at how successful the school is running. It should mark your success as how effectively you are getting the whole thing done and making your dream come true. And that is very important. Many of them think, oh my god, I started my business and I'm not making profits, so maybe I'm a failure, I'm not able to. Today you might be a failure, tomorrow you have to keep thinking of the new strategies to keep on implementing it till you become successful. And probably you have to keep driving yourself to keep doing that, not get saturated. And a point you get saturated, and that's where everything will come to an end. It's like that. So what I do is I can just tell you about myself, that if I already achieved something and after that I feel saturated, I again give myself more challenges in my mind and saying, okay, next what? Now I achieved this, now next what? It's like that. So you keep knowing your talents and saying, I have achieved this, and I don't actually sit and enjoy the glory of success and saying, oh, done, and that's it. People would do that actually. People will not say run after the next thing. I don't chase money, I chase challenges, and that is the thing which actually lures me to go to the next level. And probably I think that should be there in everybody's life, whether they're working or they are being an entrepreneur. They should be looking at more challenges. Otherwise, you get saturated, and then you can never be successful in life. So, success is all the kind of, I can say, it's a kind of a relative thing. So for everybody, it's different. Like for me, it's different. For you, it's different. So it's like that. But basically, there are mantras is to challenge yourself and be passionate at your work and go and chase your dream. And even if you have achieved something and you want to challenge yourself next level and there's an obstacle, don't think it is an obstacle, but think it as a kind of a thing which is you have to put your brain into and start working on it. So what happens is you're looking forward to the next day with a zeal and enthusiasm. Otherwise, your zeal enthusiasm will go down and you get depressed and now I'm done with it. I've got nothing to look forward. That is why I've seen like many big business tycoons and the business people who have achieved a lot of things in their lives. Why do they go and start working in NGO? I started wondering because their passion is all done. Their dream is done. They've achieved the pinnacle of success. They've achieved money. They've seen money. They've done everything. Then what next? They've also got a lot of other companies, other factories. They're in CEOs and directors in other companies. But still, what happens is their mind and heart is restless because they want to do something different. They want to do something for the peace of their mind, or the peace, which is not, they're not getting in that workforce or the workplace where they're doing. And probably they're working in an NGO, and that's where their hobby or their passion, they are contributing towards that, and they're becoming more peaceful. So I think that is how the success could be always measured and could be done. So it's all
Yeah.
matters how you take it. Because some of them say, "Oh my God, I cannot multitask with my husband, my children, my work, and it's becoming too much, and I'm getting pressurized. I can't do this," and they give up. And they say, "No, I need a break of 1 year." It's like that. So it's okay. You can take your break. It's not that you need to go and run behind it and spoil your health. Probably that is your breaking point. It's like that. And probably you cannot do anything more than that at that time. But then again, you have to rise up like swings and like from ashes and start thinking, was it the only thing which you have taken as a break? Was it the only goal in your life? Or have you benchmarked yourself and have another goal in life which you want to achieve? Then tell your family, tell your near and dear ones, I want to do that. That is my goal in my life. And they will all help you to achieve this. And moreover, it's not the outside people going to make you achieve, it's your mind. Mind is a very powerful, like a magnet. Whatever you think, whatever you want to become, it's all because the way you think and what you want to do. Mind has to be extremely strong, and you can attract a lot of stuff. What you want to do.
Right. That was your words just filled with motivation. Uh, thank you for the the such beautiful words, ma'am. I would like to know your future goals for each stakeholder with TGSB.
See, I would like my children, see, stakeholders now at this juncture, I'll call my major stakeholder as children. Because what we're working towards, whether it's parents or whether it is teachers or whether management, they're all working for the children, right? The children goals, it's not only the goals of the school but the goals of the kids. So we do something like personalized education. We work on every child is different and unique concept. So probably whatever the child is capable of or is talented, we try to expose and get the best out of the child and try to push the child to achieve that goals. So that will be the main thing for us in a couple of years. And probably we'll benchmark ourselves and we will be very happy. You said successful. I will call myself successful if I see these children after 5 years and 6 years doing extremely well for themselves in their lives. And that is where I think that we play a major role, the stakeholders, to make these little stakeholders do very well in their lives. And for that, there's a lot of hard work. What has to be put in? There are days which we cannot sleep, and that is how we can create that kind of a curriculum for them. So this is how we are trying to work for the kids, and we're trying to benchmark. So I'm looking forward wherein they can go and speak and stand in the United Nations and can talk there and tell them, I'm from a sustainable school and I've learned all this and I want to contribute, to the United Nations, or I want to contribute to the world at large because to keep the planet green. And I'll be very happy. It has happened to me in the past where I was a principal, and the child actually was not able to speak English at all. And theater was a main subject in our school. Main subject in the sense like it was an ancillary, but we were the fourth in the country to offer theater as subject in the grade 10. The child was not able to speak. The child was thrown out of the class by the teacher. And they said that I don't want to mention the name of the child because she's doing extremely well for herself now. And she was so good in many things, but she was not able to speak English. I requested the theater teacher, I said, give her a chance. Probably her communication and presentation skills will improve. And the child not only was able to communicate and present, but she went and met Mr. Obama. She went to the United Nations, she spoke there, and she spoke also about her school and about me. I'm not talking that I was boasting because she talked about us, because we could give her the confidence to speak at the international conference. That is what I'm looking at. Wherein the children will go to a teen parliament and say, well, I want to make a change in the way the parliament is structured and stuff like this. I'll be very happy. I'll be happy, like if they can contribute themselves in the state level and national level, forget about the world level first. So I'll be very happy. So I'm not looking at that alone, but I'm also looking at, see, we are having a very balanced curriculum. We talk about 60% academics and 40% sports. So probably at the state level, if a child wants to participate in athletic track events and makes a name for himself, or in the dramatics, or maybe he wants to become an actor. So I talk about 90 different careers options. And if they're doing well for themselves, being a designer at the age of, after they graduate and some stuff like this, earning very well. So I will think that, okay, the design thinking classes was not that bad. And pushing them to become a STEAM curriculum, what we are offering them, and making the project based approaches, giving them the option of taking up a vocational, course, and becoming a designer later. So we never know what the child is going to do tomorrow, and that is going to be our focus for a couple of years. And probably we have to look back, and after the children graduate, we have to look back and saying, hey, look, I think these children need more of grooming. And probably we'll also looking at after grade 12, can we have a grooming session for these kids? See, we're not looking at only teaching, only sustainability, only doing only the schooling, school projects and stuff like this, or a career oriented. There are many more things. There's a behavior aspect, there's a challenge of a teen aspect, the challenge of how the child has to be, one among the society aspect. So I think that grooming school it will be a is will be an annual. When I start at grade 12, we're looking at that, wherein the I will say you give me your child and take them after the we groom them, and we give you as a wholesome individual back into society. I'm looking at something like this because when the child goes back home, the home environment also matters how we groom them in school. It's like that. And I
True.
cannot change the home. And probably
True.
if they spend more time with us, I can change their outlook. And probably they will start thinking, at least, at a certain level, they start thinking differently. So then I'll say, yes, I am the right track of grooming this little stakeholders.
Yeah. So that is something which is very beautiful, that you are emphasizing on opportunities for children to explore and to learn a lot of things related to nature and sustainability. That is
And I'm also
something.
looking, you are also asking for other stakeholders. Yes, I've got plans for my teachers as well. So I'm looking at a kind of the cultural exchange programs with other countries, and where
Okay.
teachers can go. Because see, sometimes if you're like a frog in the well, you only will know
Right.
what's happening in school, right? Or in the
Right.
India, or in wherever you are, you will not know what how the world approaches towards things and stuff like this, which I have done it in the past where I was a principal. I have sent my teachers out to London, England. They've worked in universities as interns and stuff like this. When they come back, they come with plethora of experience. So I'm looking at that as well for my teachers because it's important to connect across the globe. So
Yes, yes, true. Keeping ourselves updated on current
that's
affairs
important.
is the need of the hour again.
Yeah.
So, when we talk about zero waste, zero energy, and zero carbon, this needs immediate attention. Your suggestions to other schools? Any suggestions and advices?
Uh, I don't know about schools because every school has got their own budgets and stuff like that. So people think that green school means less money and it's easily you can do it. No, green doesn't means less money. You have to spend a lot of money because we're not talking about cement. We talk about gypsum, for example, and then these kind of things are not available in India. It's available from abroad. So it's not very easy to do such kind of concepts. But I will give a suggestion to country of ours and probably the state of ours, Karnataka state of ours. We talk about pollution. China has combated pollution, and Delhi is actually fighting at pollution. And huge, big machines they have invested in, wherein they suck out the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Why can't we invest in machines like this? Small schools like ours are talking about air purification. Why not countries and state think about that and give a better environment for our children when they go out and breathe? Many of our children they're having asthma, they're having a lot of breathing issues. Now today we had pandemic, so we came to know that they needed oxygen, but our oxygen is going to deplete in the environment. We're talking about a black hole. We talk about the complete the depletion of the ozone layer. We talk about that. We're not doing anything. We're just talking about it. We're talking about global warming. But what steps are we taken towards the global warming? My question is not towards schools at all. My question is towards the government. They talk about NEP 2020. This NEP is not talking about global warming. They're talking about only sustainable as goals also as part of it. Yes, sustainable goals, all that is fine. But if we don't take a step towards a global warming, and if every school doesn't talk about growing more trees, they're only interested, okay, I'm getting 130 children more, let me make one more infrastructure and cut down the trees. This is what they're looking at. Instead of that, give them lung space, give them more oxygen. That's important. And carbon dioxide will be existing in the environment, but do something to create more oxygen, probably plant more trees. And that is very important. These are simple things. I'm not telling them to do something like what we are doing, but very simple way they can just plant more trees. And if the government says, I'm going to give you some ration, but I'll give you free ration to the, I'm talking about the less privileged people and the underprivileged people. That's where the major people who are living is below the poverty and above the poverty. They're not going to take any steps to do all these things. But if they say that you plant one tree and you get one ration free, they will do that. You understand? There are many ways of doing that and looking at it, but it has to come as an instruction from the government as well. Only we
Yes.
as school, we can only do in our school as a waste management plan. It's going to cost me a bomb. Then schools like ours are looking at solar power, looking at waste management. Why doesn't Niti Aayog or any other government come forward as if we're not there everywhere in the internet? Everywhere people can see us, but nobody comes forward and saying, "Hey, look, I will give you at a subsidized rates. You can take it from us. You're doing a great job. You're fourth in the country, and in fact, we're the fourth in the country to be a solar school." Then why can't they say that, you take it as? I'm not saying give it free. We're also making
Right.
profit, so it's okay. You don't give it free. I'm actually non-profit trust, but then they can always say that, "Hey, look, we are planning to give you this, and if you don't want to do biogas fuel, we'll come and put it up. You can give it at subsidized rates." I'm not getting that kind of support. So that is why I'm saying that if the government takes an initiative, and I'm very happy with what Modi ji says, but everybody in the Modi government is not talking about it. So it's like that. So I think that if that comes and percolates down, and everybody starts and thinking about it and taking a step forward to it and saying, yes, I don't want to use a refrigerator because it creates so much of problem in the global warming. We cannot stay without a refrigerator. We cannot stay without a microwave. In fact, I don't use a microwave oven in my house because I don't want my children to get radiated. But I don't know how many of them, they don't want to use a microwave because they want to have cook a quick food. It's like that. So I think that little things, if you can make a step to make a change in your lifestyle, make a change in your thinking, make a change towards it, I think that we can create a better world for our children in the future.
Yeah, I think you have given us your knowledge, to get motivated and do our bit towards environment. So this was that is something that is like an eye opener. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us such beautiful words and keep us motivated throughout the session. Thank you so much.
I'm always
Thank
impressed by you people also. When India does such a good job. Recently, you gave a lot of kits to the laborers' kids and stuff like this. And whatever the best we can contribute, we're always there with When India. And it's
Yeah,
lovely to partner with you people. Thank you so
yeah,
much to have
yeah.
called me on this platform to talk.
Thank you so much.
And a warm new normal namaste.
Definitely, ma'am. I would like to tell you that with this session, uh, all of us will take a small oath of consciously, putting effort to, think and act on environment. Definitely, we will, plant more trees and will simple things like not taking plastic cover while going for shopping.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we will definitely do it
We use
consciously.
a seed pencil instead of using
Yes,
the normal pencil. So when you throw
yes,
it away, it can grow into a plant. Small things makes a lot of difference. Yeah,
yes. I think there is something called talking soil also. Like Vandita from When India, she deals with that particular manure. It is a beautiful product wherein it acts as a manure, and
yeah,
it's like a tablet. So that is also something. I mean, new products are coming up in this
yeah.
line. So I think we should encourage each other to consciously put an effort to
Yes.
towards sustainability. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for coming for this
Thank
session
you.
and uh, giving us this motivation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And all
Yeah,
the best to whatever venture, whatever you are doing, your endeavor, future endeavor. All the best for it.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, friends, this is our session with Ms. Usha Iyer. Thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you. Thank you all.